All right, good morning. Good morning. It's 6:29 a.m., 3/16, March 16th. Getting some guys in here. Just waiting for a retest over here on GJ. I'm going to break it down for you in a second. What's up, my man?
What's up? How are you?
Christian.
Morning,
What's up,
fellas.
guys?
How y'all doing?
Yo. Hey, Christian.
Oh, man, how you doing, bro?
All good, brother. How are you?
Good.
You guys
Good
catch
stuff,
any of
brother.
that GJ move?
Nope.
I didn't.
Too late by the time I saw it.
Too late, yeah. I had a like a paper trade only because I thought this move we were going to range a little bit over here and then it was going to drop during New York. So I took this paper trade overnight where the 4-hour candle came down and passed the low of this wick over here with my stop loss above. So 30 pips below, target down here. Expecting, price bouncing off of 152 over here. And like I said yesterday, with this zone over here on GJ, 152 to 152, 700, very significant level. So we created that resistance over here. We've been in this channel, right? And then at 9 a.m., this candle came down and closed outside of the channel, right? Created this wick to possibly fill. So right here, we got the retest during Asian session. And during Asian session, price came up, tapped this wick up here, and then just dropped, took a dump. So it passed the low of this candle right here, anticipating price to fill these wicks over here. Hold on one second. Get this out. So these wicks were very significant. This support, very significant, right? And we're expecting price, if it passes the low of this wick right here, we're just going to come down. It'd be wise to secure at this support right over here at like a 1-to-1, but I would have woken up at, I would have woken up at 5 a.m. and I would have secured right here at the close of this bullish candle. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. So right now, what we're waiting on is we're looking for the retest right over here. So all we do, we just have two options right here. We either get a clean retest with candles closing in our direction to come down and retest this low. This could end up being the perfect entry, and this could be our trade today, right? This is the 1 hour too, so that's a strong confirmation. Or we close right back into this range and we come right back up into this area over here. We could be right over here reacting to this level over here. We got all these wick rejections over here. How big is this range? We got like 40 pips to play with right over here. You got any questions on that?
No, that makes perfect sense.
Awesome.
I didn't take a trade this morning. Woke up kind of late. I set my alarm and Yep. We had some issues, but I woke up like an hour later than I was supposed to. And I was supposed to do a bike ride this morning, so I was kind of behind schedule. So I just went out and did a workout just out the back garden, still just getting some fresh air in and stuff. So it wasn't like a proper workout, but it was still like half hour, 45 minutes. So I'm just gonna finish off later on this evening and hit another workout, and then just want to make sure I get everything else in. Okay. But I'm just eyeing gold at the moment. I took two just paper trades on gold. Okay. It's a new setup me and Giovanni are working on together. Cool. It looks really, really good. We got two trades yesterday. Well, one trade yesterday and then one trade today on it. And they're like so sweet. Like, yeah, I just want your opinion on it whenever you get the chance. But
absolutely. I want you to point out what this new setup is so that we can all,
Absolutely. Yeah, I wanted to see the whole thing about it is like I haven't actually traded it in the market myself. I've only paper traded it, and I'm only kind of back testing it as well. So I don't know how accurate it is, but as soon as I get it and make sure that it's accurate, then I'm going to tell everyone about it now anyways. But as soon as obviously we get back testing and stuff like that a bit stronger and take a few trades in the market and we get some profits and we've got a higher percentage gain than percentage loss, then I think that's when everyone should definitely try and see if they can back test it and get a bit of comfort out of it.
Absolutely, bro. So let's go to gold right now. Just trying to keep that there. All right. Low creep. I'm just labeling this chart real quick.
Yeah.
EJ looks like it's breaking out of here. All right, gold. Let's take a look. What time frame would you like it on?
So we're looking at it on the 15 minute.
Okay.
And you can probably see it already. We've got the price. This was yesterday now, so I'm going to just start with yesterday's one. But on the left side of your screen, in the left corner, you see those two, the bearish candle and then the bullish candle on the 15 minute. So from yesterday.
Where?
Yesterday. So left all the way over to the left. You see the way you've got four bearish candles that come down to 1724. Yeah, just further bit left. There you have it there. Right.
These?
Those four bearish candles, okay? And then what we get is we get the bullish candle that engulfs the previous bearish candle, which confirms, again, this is just something that we've been looking at, there's bullish movement there. It's a reversal. It's going to continue its move up. So what we do then is it comes up, we close, and then we form a support within the next 15 25 minutes there, and then we start pushing up. That move was a 130 pip move or 120 pip move all the way to the top, and then we have the exact same this morning, except the bottom wick isn't as large. We've got a bottom wick and a bottom wick that just match each other, but we get the bear again. So if you see this morning now, I think it was like 7:15 or something, we have the bearish candles pull the price down. We have a bullish candle that engulfs the bearish candle at the bottom of it, and then we start pushing up. So obviously we've formed support now and stuff like that this morning, but we were looking at it yesterday. It looks like a good setup, but again, it's like
it's a full correction of this move.
Exactly, and it's I want to make sure that we're getting the cleanest entry that we can as well.
Exactly. Yeah, that's nice, man. Right now, if you look, we're breaking the zone over here.
Yeah.
What time is it? 6:37. I want to catch up on some fundamental stuff. I got a late start to my morning as well, a little bit. Yeah, this should continue up to this high right over here. Let's look at the higher time frames. Before we do that, let's call a couple of people out. There we go.
Got some sleepers. Got to wake them up.
Oh, yeah. Get the fuck up.
Let's
start our day.
No messing.
So, yeah, it looks like we're creating this support over here. I had this drawn before you guys came on the stream. So I was just waiting for price to break out of here. I'm going to back test this. I just don't like gold right now because we have this range that we've been in over here. So I'm expecting the news from FOMC. I'm expecting this to range a little bit. Look at these wicks. These are nasty wicks on the 4 hour. So I'm expecting price, once we get some volume to break out of here. And eventually we got that clean move over here to the left.
Yeah.
So when you have this clean move, these are the moves you're looking for. Like right here, that's the move you're looking for. You're not looking to burn your capital in here.
Exactly.
I mean, we can. And like I said, it looks like we're coming up because we're in this little uptrend right over here on gold. Right? So we're on our way up gradually.
Yeah, but even look at those wicks, you know, look at how big those wicks are. You want to catch that clean move. You don't want to trade in that. So for me anyways, I haven't taken a trade on it yet. I had a setup on the 15-minute again on the most recent 15-minute candle. It created its bottom wick straight away, and then as it flipped bullish, that's where I could have taken my entry, and that's how, because it's just closed just above the zone. But I didn't really like the way it closed, just like about half a pip or 1 pip just above the zone on the 15-minute. And then it created a bottom wick. But again, I'm just going to wait for I've got a no trade zone between 17.21 and 17.40, and I just don't want to take something in there because there's no solid confirmation at the moment. Unless we come above, like, you know, 17.37, but it's only a 20 pip range above that, and you know, you just don't really want to take that.
No, I love that thought process. That's awesome. But for right now, what you do want to do, these are more advanced trades. These are like quick little scalps that you could get in and out. So what you want to do is journal this over the next couple of months, and eventually you're going to get more and more comfortable taking trades like this. Especially now that you're looking at gold so much. It's like, all right, now we can start executing on this, anticipating, you know, once we broke out of this little zone, let's look at the 15-minute. In this zone over here, you get that clean move to the left. Once price comes down and creates this bottom wick, the longer the wick, the opposite direction, the better, because, you know, you're just kind of loading up so that you can, you know, pass this candle. Because if this candle came up and passed the high of that candle right away, it's probably going to be invalid. It's going to be a fake out. It's going to come right back into the range and come the other side. But if it creates that bottom wick over here and then passes the high in the second half of the candle, that's exactly what you want. So we should be coming up to 1736 flat. But right now, this is more of an advanced trade. So, you know, I'll show you what, you know, something that I would do. James, Ellie, what's up, guys?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, thanks. Just came out from a run.
Oh, nice. How was it?
Yeah, it was good. It's warm here today.
It's pretty hot.
Yeah.
You feeling better?
Yeah, it's good. It's like 10 degrees today, so.
Yeah.
Wow. That's insane.
Have the shorts on here myself.
Love it.
Get you ready for summer.
Yeah, brother. Get your sun cream on.
James, I'm going to look at that in 1 second. I'm just going to journal this real quick and show you how I would. I'd be taking this. Got COVID tested yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did you get to the results yet?
No, not yet. I have no idea what the hell this is. It's crazy because I just keep coughing. I have my taste and smell. I have my energy. I have everything.
It's just a cough.
No trouble breathing, just like this cough and like kind of like a stuffy nose a little bit. But
it's definitely just a flu or something.
Could be. I don't know.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
I mean, just think about it. Like, just because you're a little sick doesn't mean you have COVID. Like, I feel like everyone jumps to that conclusion.
Steph, in terms of like I came to the charts this morning, and on the 15-minute we created, as we came in, we kind of consolidated a bit, and then we made the move we're at right now. My like zone is miles away from there because like I was just doing it on the daily, and then I worked down into the 15-minute, I worked it down into the hourly, but like, should I be looking to take these types of trades in these tight zones? So when it forms the consolidation, you know, set the new resistance and support, because it is technically the most latest support and resistance that we're working with. And then when it breaks out of that zone, I can take the trade. Or should I be waiting for the price to, even as it breaks out of these zones, you know, pushing even higher than where we're at right now?
Well, so it depends on the move to the left. If I'm understanding what you're saying, it depends on this move. So if this is a clean move right over here, you could take this impulse entry as price past the high of that candle. Yeah. I mean, whatever it is, it's a low. You want to lower your risk on impulse entries. because this could very well fake out. But knowing that you have this move right over here, price should continue up. Plus, it's in an uptrend, even though we are ranging. And like I said, this isn't a trade that you want to take right now. This is, you know, we're printing sideways. So these are more advanced trades that you're going to be journaling and getting into later. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, no, it's just like I understand we're printing. So, well, yeah, it does answer the question, because when we're printing sideways, we probably shouldn't be looking to take a trade until it breaks out. It's just obviously at the moment with gold and how big we're printing sideways, it's going to be tough to find a trade because we're stuck right in the middle right now. We're like 40 pips away from the top of where we were previously, and we're like 140 pips away from the bottom. You know what I mean? So it's like it's tough to find whether or not in this, when we're printing sideways and we create as a consolidation and we're printing sideways inside of printing sideways, to when that breaks out to catch that move. It's just like again, it's something that I'm looking to do eventually, because it's something I want to be good at, but I just don't know whether or not I should be looking to do it now, because and I should be focusing on the most recent support and resistance on like the 15-minute as the support and resistance is forming, or let's say, you know, first thing in the morning at 8 o'clock when I come to the to TradingView and then I chart it up, then is that my support and resistance for the day? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the thing is, like I said, like these are moves that you're going to be getting later on, and the problem with a lot of like beginner traders is they jump pairs, and they also see a setup that they think is profitable, and then they execute on it and they lose, and they just keep going down that rabbit hole. But for now, what you want to do is you want to build your confidence and build your skill by seeing this move enough times. And if you can sit back and watch it maybe 2 or 3 times, and then on the 4th time start entering a lower risk on something like this. But again, this is something that eventually you're going to add to your trading plan. Right now in your trading plan, you only have 1 or 2 setups. It's like a video game, like an RPG, where you know you got to level your guy up. And that's what you're doing right now. And you're just, you know, you got to go through a couple levels until you get to some of these, you know, ranging markets. We're sideways in here, and we're waiting for FOMC. The fuck is that? We're waiting for FOMC.
Okay, perfect.
So that's why price is ranging a little bit. And what you have here, as a smart trader, you're gonna wait for price to and you know, really as a beginner trader, that you want to just be smart in the market. You're just waiting for price to break out of here, because once it does, you got this move right here and then this move right here.
Yeah, exactly. It's just that, again, obviously, you know, with how big the zone is that we're working with, you know, you're like,
it is very big.
It's miles away, you know what I mean? So it's like, again, I'm just going to stay patient. I'm going to sit on my hands for the moment now until the setup pops up, and when it does pop up, then I'll take it. But
this is you know, if you're going to trade in here, this is a higher probability setup. We created support over here, tap this trend line over here, if you will, a couple times, corrected right here, this bearish candle.
Yeah,
right here, this
I like the look
candle.
of this setup that I've seen, the forming of this setup there as well, that you've your wick fill there that you talked about yesterday with the
bearish candles.
Exactly. So it's like on the 15-minute as well, the setup that I pointed out to you, the one where the bullish candle engulfs the bearish candle, do you like the look of that setup, or what do you think?
Right here?
No, so on the 15-minute, if you look at the setup that I pointed out, so there at the bottom of this, before it comes up and consolidates.
Right here?
Down below. Yeah, that one there. See, so the bullish candle, and again, this setup, and you can see it again to the left side along your trend line. It does the exact same on the 15-minute, where the bullish candle engulfs the bearish candle, which confirms bullish momentum. And then we start to push upwards. On the 5-minute, we form a support. On this one, on the 15-minute, we form a support, and it confirms it's even stronger, and we start pushing even higher. Again, obviously, it was a 120 pip move, but like, I don't know whether or not it's
no, that's awesome. this is obviously this is a little correction. We are on a bullish trend, even though we are consolidating over here. We're in this bullish trend. This is the correction. You get this engulfing candle. You kind of get the same thing right here as well after this move.
Yeah.
You get this move, price is respecting this little downtrend over here. Then we start to form support, get a nice impulsive move, a strong bullish close, and you can enter after that, anticipating price to continue bullish. But that's, I mean, it's a whole nother strategy because you're probably going to be holding this. I mean, you can scalp this. You definitely could scalp this as price forms that support with this candle over here, putting your stop loss down here and then securing over here. I was just saying, like, if you wanted to catch this move, I don't know if that's what you were looking at with this setup, but
the setup that I was looking, the setup is where you have the arrow at the moment, as in like the candles that are just at the back of the arrow. The reason why is because I'm looking for the bullish candle to cover the whole bearish candle, and then forming support on the 15-minute or on the 5-minute. And yesterday we formed it on the 5 and the 15-minute, and then this morning we only formed it on the 5-minute, but we're still pushing up now.
So do you feel yourself getting more and more confident with that?
It is something that me and Giovanni looked at it yesterday, and we were like, the two of us were like, oh my, like we were like, how didn't we see this before?
Yeah.
And I said to him, do you see the way the bullish candle covers the whole of the bearish candle? And then we have either a formation of support on the 5 or the 15-minute, and then we start pushing upwards. And he was like, yeah, absolutely. And then we were supposed to sit down last night, but we didn't in the end. But like, it is something that I want to like, look at a bit further, you know.
I love it. That's good shit. What's up, Giovanni?
Yo. Good morning, guys.
How you doing, man?
Good.
Oh wow, we're getting a little ranging over here on GJ. So I'm gonna look at so I was looking at the 1 hour over here. So I was anticipating price to come up here, retest a little bit, then we come back down to retest that high or that low. Ooh, I like this. 15-minute strong downtrend, waiting for the retest. Was this during London, James?
Yeah, it was like 9.
Good shit. You caught this?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
this is a good entry. I like this candle right over here. So this like wick and candle, I've seen that before, where price comes up for the last time and looks like it's retesting. Like a lot of people get faked out on this one, thinking that that's it, and then you get the pass of the low of that candle. You start entering on there, and they get impatient. But you get this last tap right here, and you can take this. This is a perfect entry, safe entry right under here. I mean, you could wait till price passes below here, but you don't want to do that. So,
like normally I would enter as that candle will close and the second candle there that passes the low. Normally that's where I'd enter. But today I said I would try what you were talking about.
Love it.
It worked.
Love it, man. Good shit, man. Let's see, Alice. Let's see. Price in a downtrend. Yeah, I like it. I'm looking at over here, this zone over here. We got this previous resistance, Ali, then we got the support.
Yep.
Wick down into this area. So this is a pretty significant area that I see price coming up to. I know it's like ranging in here a little bit, but is it going to continue back up to this area before it continues down? And then we get that move. See, it may be coming down from here, but you see how yesterday we get that move during New York instead of pre-New York.
Right.
So it could be ranging until there and then drop. I don't think I want to take this. Like how many? This is actually probably a good amount of pips right here. 17 to 20. Yeah, it's all right. But what I want to do is I kind of want to wait for some volume to kick in. before we start heading down. I do like the setup though, but part of
Okay,
me
we
feels
go
like
to
we're gonna
the
retest this area up here.
Okay.
But I like that this candle right here, the 15-minute, is creating its top wick already. Hasn't passed the low of this one. So if we get a pass at the low of this candle, there's a higher probability that price is going to come back down and retest us.
Yeah, so my thinking is even if the 30-minute close is red, even if like I wouldn't take the trade on the close, I'd still wait for the low to break to give some indication that it might keep going down.
This one?
So if this current 30-minute candle closes bearish,
Yep.
I'd wait for the next one to break its low.
To break its low. Got it. That makes sense. That makes sense. I was pointing out a paper trade that, is perfect that you guys might want to journal. But, you see how we've been in this channel over here on GJ, right? So we broke that channel yesterday morning around 10, 11 a.m. at the end of New York. This candle closed outside of it. We got that retest of the previous support and resistance, clear zone over here at 151,600, at 151,660. Then we get that bearish close over here. So you could have taken this on the 4-hour as price passed the low of the previous 4-hour with your stop loss above it. 29 pip stop loss, anticipation for price to come down over here. And you would have, I would have secured around, let's see, looking at the 1-hour, I would have secured right here at 5 a.m. when I woke up. The only reason I didn't take this was because I thought we were going to range over here until London and New York and then drop. I didn't want to get wicked out and then drop. I'm not an overnight trade kind of guy. I'm just kind of back testing these and eventually going to take them. But right now, I just thought that I was waiting for kind of that ranging area before we took that drop. I didn't think we were going to get that drop already. So now as we see this candle created its bottom wick and now it's starting to come back up potentially. Hey Ali, what are your? I loved your trading plan, by the way, dude.
Thank you.
I was like about to fall asleep last night, and I got that email. I was like, wait a minute, what is this? And I was just like read through it for like 10 minutes. I loved it.
Thank you. Glad to hear that. Yeah.
Couple of things I would add on there, and we'll go over that on our call. But I was going to ask and see, like, what are your plans today?
Yeah, so my plan today is basically, so I wrote a few things down to have some sort of routine, and I didn't put it on my trading plan, but it was like, check Forex Factory, check the Bloomberg 5 things to start your day, check daily FX, check all those things. Get to the chart, mark it up, send it on the Zoom. Wait for 30-minute close, and basically just don't take any impulse entries right now. Like I kind of just want to wait for candles to close, and especially for 30-minute candles to close. Just get used to that and then move on.
Absolutely. And the more you start to see setups that you are comfortable with and high probability setups, the more you journal them and the more you go back into your journal and study them, the more comfortable you're going to get.
Exactly. Yeah. And I spent some time on the weekend just back testing some setups, but only looking at the 30-minute chart and only looking at the closes. So that gave me a good amount of confidence to keep doing that, because even though I'm waiting for the closes, I know the setups to come.
Exactly. I was actually asking about your like schedule today, like what's your plan today? But that's awesome. Do you have a schedule for today?
Yeah, I actually made I was working on my Google Calendar yesterday and made like a work schedule for myself today, because I got a few things to finish up for work too.
Okay.
So my plan is pretty much daily to just be on the charts from like 6:30 to 9.
Good
Or
shit.
if I'm in a trade, then a little after 9, and then basically get started with work.
Awesome. Because I'm actually heading up to Brooklyn around 10:30. So I was going
Okay.
to see if you wanted to hop on our FaceTime or Zoom, whatever you want to do, once I get up there.
Yeah, for sure. I'm pretty flexible today.
Awesome.
Like I can squeeze it in pretty much anywhere.
Looking forward to it, brother. Yeah, this is our second Zoom. You already went through the course?
I'm still going through it, to be honest.
Okay.
But I have gone through a chunk of it for sure.
Okay, cool. Is it helping you?
Definitely helping me.
Awesome.
I love the videos on backtesting a lot
Cool.
because it's really difficult for me to find any content on that. And that's something I've kind of struggled with, is how to backtest properly and how to actually go back to that same information. And like review it and then see how that can help you take trades in the future.
It's so valuable. And like, I wish I could do more as much as I used to. I'm still trying to implement that into my schedule, but backtesting is absolutely key.
So do you like block out time for you to be able to go through your backtesting journals and
Oh yeah.
like actually just review them and take all that information in and maybe write that information in and look at it?
Yeah, so I what's it called? I have in my daily must list, as you've seen in the course, to review 5 previous trades a day.
Oh, okay.
So you want to start implementing that, and that could be your your live journal, that could be your backtesting journal, it could be your Soft4fx backtesting journal. You have multiple journals, obviously, but that's one of the things I do.
Got it. Okay.
And you want to treat that. I mean, you don't have Soft4fx yet, I don't think so. Once you do get it, you want to treat that account like a real account.
So I actually did buy it, but I just haven't I just haven't had the chance yet to learn how to use it.
Okay, I could always show you. 15.
But I like that idea of putting a must of going through 5 trades.
Yeah, just
reviewing
keeps
them.
your eyes fresh.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the week, what you want to do is review the entire week. There's a lot of different things that you could be doing to get better and keep your eyes fresh.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're going to go through some fundamentals soon. Just want to do a quick run through of the pairs. Yeah, see what I'm looking at when it comes to GJ, coming right back up to this area. Get that little retest.
If we break that support just immediately, that resistance immediately to the left on GJ,
yep.
You still wouldn't take it up, right? Still wait for a resistance to form and try to take it back down.
You're saying this right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because you got this zone over here.
Okay.
And this is on like the 1 hour, right? Resistance on the 1 hour. The higher the time frame, the stronger the confluence. So the stronger the level as well.
Right. Okay.
So when you have such a strong level like that, you're just waiting. What's up, Derek? You're just waiting for price to react in that level. So this being the 1 hour, you know that this is a strong level over here. So the 15-minute or the 30-minute level right here doesn't really matter. It's this that price wants to come back up to and retest.
Okay.
So what I'm looking for on the 30-minute, the 1 hour, this is a perfect 1 hour setup. So you're looking for price right here to, give me a second. We're waiting for price to come right back up after creating this low. And then we're waiting for bearish confirmations, waiting for like a 15-minute bearish close. If it's in your trading plan, you're waiting for the 30-minute to close in your direction before you take this all the way down to retest this low.
Okay.
And this is the setup I look for every time. If you watch that setup video, I think it's called setups, but it's in the course. But I point out like 20, 25 different setups that look very similar to this.
Got you. Okay.
And this could be our trade today. And if we break back into the zone, we have to reevaluate. And maybe, just maybe, this was our retest zone on GJ before we start heading up.
Right.
But for now, we broke out of this channel. 152 is a very strong zone right up here. Because once you have that zone and you're in this channel over here and you break out of it with this candle right there, you form that resistance, perfect setup over here. This right here is a very strong zone on GJ on the 4 hour. I'll point it out in a second, but it was in the breakdown videos. But you just want to keep in mind what has it done in that area. That's why I have that big zone, that big block right there, from 152 flat to 152 700. Just go to the left and look at all the times prices rejected this zone over here and just shot down.
Right.
Right over here, had some issues over here, order block before it headed up. Tapped into this area multiple times right here. I don't know if it does again, but I know there was a previous support over here. Significant. This is the 4 hour, right? So that's a very strong zone at 152 that I've been looking at and waiting for. Maybe price just wanted to come up there and retest that before it made its correction. Like this is the high. So now we got that perfect break out of the channel. I mean, we could very well be coming down over here to this area. If you look at the 4 hour, we had this trend line over here that price has been respecting for quite some time now, since December 21st. So we've been pushing, what's it called? Right in here, multiple times. And then we broke out of this channel and we started retesting it multiple times as a support. So that became your new support. Previous resistance of the channel became your new support. You come over here, now price made its high over here, and you could always do something like this. You don't really have to, but you got that channel that price has been in, made its high, and now it's coming back down. So this to me is a very key level right in here. We could form our support right over here on GJ and continue up. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's where I'm looking for price to come back down into eventually. But again, if we form support here, we come back into this range, I'm wondering if this is the support that we form and honor. Looking at the lower time frames or the higher time frames, is this our new support that we want to respect? We come back into the zone, correct this whole move, and continue bullish. Because every time GJ makes these highs, comes down, creates support, and retests the high. Does it every time. Creates the high, comes down, forms support, retests the high. Even right here. Boom. Makes it high, boom. You just keep looking for that. Right here, makes that high, boom. You gotta adjust this. This was a very key level. I remember this happening about a month or two ago. Yeah, beginning of February. This was news that happened actually.
So do you think buys above 151,500 would make sense?
151,500.
Because I'm just on the 1 hour chart, like that mini resistance that were to break on the upside, and then you played up to that second.
Right over here?
Yeah, right over there.
Depends how big this range is. So you got about 20 pips right there. I think the move would be from down here if you get like a little support formed. Like if price comes up and it actually closes above that range, get a support formed right here, candles closing in your direction, we could be coming right back up. Anticipating like during New York, New York Open, New York Stock Exchange Open, we get bullish candles closing. We should be pushing through that area.
Okay.
Because this is a fake out, if that's the case. And when you get a fake out like that, we've been in this range, get the fake out, price comes back in the range, it's a high probability it's going to continue bullish through the resistance.
Right, okay.
So it's a good little rule for you to write down. Whenever you get a fake out in the direction of the, if this is in the, you're bullish right here on GJ, ultimately you're bullish on the higher time frames.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get the fake out to the lower side and then you get that close back in the range, there's a 70 to 80% chance price is going to break out the other side of the range.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
Cool, thank you.
Of course, man. Of course. So what did I want to do? I wanted to look at some fundamentals and catch up on what happened last session. Derek, how you doing, buddy? It's probably working. Let's see. Europe edition. We'll get America's edition. Get that out. Continuing to look at GJ. This is why you secure on gold. Could just be creating its bottom wick. Or we get the retest. We get a support formed right here. This might be a nice move. But again, we're printing pretty sideways on gold today. And I believe it's because we're waiting for tomorrow. Goldman Sachs expects 10-year yields to go to 2%. Dude, China worries the shit out of me. What's up, Gio? Oh, it's a little early for him. Can't be talking. I get it. Yeah, here he goes. What's up, brother? Don't want to wake the lady friend up. So, Gio, as I was pointing out, especially on the 1 hour, all we're looking for here is a retest of this area on GJ. Get candles closing in our direction. This might be a perfect setup for us to take to retest this low down here. This is what I look for every single time. And yet a possible entry right here as a swing trade. I was pointing out. Like an overnight trade could have gotten. Exactly. Wait for the bearish cut. Ali, you see what I'm talking about? How price wanted to at least come back up to this level.
Yep, I'm seeing it.
Yeah. Have you been using that screen recording thing?
Not since, but I might incorporate it more, especially during NYC Open.
I used it last night for the second time to record the Asian breakdown. But it like looked weird. Like it didn't. Yeah, you couldn't see. Where is it? No, this is some breakdowns. Watch. Hey, what's happening, guys? You see how like there's no background and it's so like.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Right, and my microphone is like muffled a little bit. So, and then the first time I did it, I think you're the one that pointed it out. There was no volume.
That's right.
Yeah. So I'll just keep doing it on Zoom, but I think that's awesome for like little clips that you want to do. Like if you're back testing or something, just point something out.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I use it here and there. I used to record like the stock market open, but then to be honest, I didn't even go back to watch the videos. So that's why I haven't been doing it as much.
True.
If I actually build some sort of a habit and routine to keep watching them, then I'd probably do it more.
Absolutely. Let me just DM Alan real quick. Gonna push over here.
So one question I had is that even if we get a bearish candle at that key resistance area, is that enough confirmation to take a sell? And the reason I'm saying that is because on the 15 and 30-minute chart, it looks like the trend kind of changed from a downtrend to now like a mini uptrend. By making, like instead of making lower highs and lower lows, it's starting to take out those lower highs and break above them. So would it be smarter to wait for a support to either form and break, or wait for the most recent support to break?
Well, the thing is, the thing is, you just want to be fluid in the market. You want to know, like, if price does one thing, you know that you have a plan for that. If price does another thing, you have a plan for that. So if we get that close on the, let's say, the 30-minute or the 1 hour right over here, a bearish close, you know that there's a high probability of price coming down. If you get that bearish close on the 15-minute time frame and it's a weaker candle, you may want to just wait a little bit. You may want to wait for the 30-minute to close bearish, especially because in the grand scheme of things, we are bullish on GJ, but we are coming down from a higher time frame resistance over here. This zone at 152.
Right.
The thing is, like, is it coming back up? Like, is this the support that it formed to retest before it started coming back up to retest the high? That's the question.
Right.
So if we do get that close right back into here and we get that retest, could be coming right back up. If we get the bearish close over here, then it looks like we're coming down.
Okay.
Got a perfect setup right there. So as we wait for that, I'm just gonna bring up the I'm gonna bring this up real quick. If you guys want to read this, I'll be right back. I just gotta put some shit in my hand. Making a push up. Nathan's got the hood up. Does that mean he overtraded?
No. I'm just doing something for work. I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna trade today because just the way the markets are ranging for gold. I know we've got like retail sales and stuff later for the dollar, I believe, retail sales. So maybe something then, but that's kind of 12:30, and I generally like to try and get a trade between like maybe an hour ago, and I think I missed a move, so I might just sit on the hands.
Got it. This looks like it would have been a nice move on the 1 hour.
Yeah.
Right here, after this candle closed, anticipating price to fill this wick and price to come down to this area. Is 2 a.m. a high probability or like a high volume time for you? So it's 1 hour before London.
That's what, 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. No.
You get some volume on GJ?
Yeah. It just seems crazy the way Asian seems to be taking so much volume, and we just don't seem to be getting as much in London. Like,
yeah,
just got to adapt. Really tempted to change what time I wake up at and stuff like that, just to try and get into and catch a few hours on the Asian session.
yeah. Euro JPY doing a perfect retest right here, but I don't like this range. Only got 14 pips in here. Giovanni, how you doing, buddy?
And I'm doing good. I'm just waiting for that to create a resistance on GJ.
Yeah, me as well. I feel like I haven't talked to you in a couple of days.
Yeah, man, it's been a while. Man, I'm sorry for not getting on yesterday, man. I got confused with the time frame because
No, don't be sorry. You're good.
they changed the time. So I remember I was an hour ahead. So I woke up at 7:30 thinking it was 6:30 in the States.
Oh shit.
So yeah, I missed the whole session.
That's all good. No, a lot of people got thrown off yesterday.
And I was able to catch that gold move yesterday. The whole
Which
thing.
one?
At 10:30.
Right here?
Yeah, I caught the whole move.
Nathan was pointing out a new setup you guys are looking at. Same thing right over here, too.
Engulfing pattern.
What was that?
An engulfing pattern on the 15
Yeah.
minute. Look nice.
100%. Yeah, it's nice over here. So you waited for the support to form?
Yeah. And I respected the 50, the golden zone in the Fibonacci.
True.
Took it all the way up.
All right. Looks like we're rejecting a little bit. If you look at the 5 minute over here on GJ, we're starting to turn around just a tad. Doesn't mean you want to take that on the 5 minute, but it just gives you an idea that price is starting to reject this level. It could be a nice move today.
Towards the downside, right?
Yeah. Should we just see his lows? Look at the 1 hour. It's the setup we look for every time.
Yeah, it looks really good.
So let's look at, let's see, good morning, more basic. Yeah, so it looks like a couple more countries are starting to roll back the AstraZeneca vaccine because of the blood clots. So that just delays any kind of economic recovery. So the deals another blow to the speed of an already faltering vaccination rollout. Germany and France have both halted the shot, despite the European Union's drug regulator reiterating its support of the treatment. Wow. What's up, James?
Morning, boys. How we doing?
How are you?
Morning.
How's it going?
Doing well, trying to put out some fires at work, but other than that, can't complain.
Get diesel.
Yeah, just someone volunteered me to try to help out with Texas, and it's a nightmare.
Are they still having troubles down there?
Oh yeah, it's bad, man. I didn't realize it was this bad, but it's bad.
Man.
And it's like better than it was, so that's the crazy part.
Yeah, I'd expect. Yeah, they don't have the whole freeze out going on still, right?
No, I mean it's not freezing, but like apparently just a bunch of refineries got just taken out by the storm, and they're still trying to get it back up, and it's not really working. So
That ain't good.
no, it's all right. Only so much I can do.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to see if maybe this is a sticky zone right here. If I'm looking at the 1 hour, you got these wicks up here, right? And then these candle body closes, and then these wicks right here. If you just look, this is a whole like zone right in here. So you want price to leave this zone. You want price to come into something like this for a clear entry, for price to break out of here, or price to form this resistance like we're waiting for, and you get, you know, the confirmations that price is coming bearish. Get the rejection with this wick and price coming bearish to retest these lows. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel like that's all I'm looking for today is some resistance to be formed. I think buys are just choppy.
Yeah, this would be a beautiful setup. I mean, I was breaking this down before, but if you hold on. Yeah, we can move this right here. I like that. This could either be a continuation of retest this low over here, or we break into the zone, retest it, and continue bullish. And this is just that corrective move on GJ where we continue right back up to 152. But 152 is such a significant level.
Yeah.
All the way up to 152, 700. But yeah, this zone, this is the 1 hour. Again, it's such a hairy zone to be trading in. Now we got a strong rejection wick over here, possibly. So we got to see what the 5 minute does over here. If we continue down into this area over here, that means the 15 minute past the low of this 15 minute. Not that you're going to take it yet, but you wait for the 30 minute to close bearish, maybe past the low of this candle right over here. And there's a high probability that we're going to retest this low over here. Okay, so casual link featuring blood clots in the vaccine. European medicine.
Are you guys looking at gold today?
Yeah, it was kind of paper trading this right over here. The only thing is, like, gold, we're waiting on, or gold is waiting on FOMC. So we're right over here. You got this whole range that we're in, right? And then you can put one right there as well. Previous support multiple times. So gold is just ranging in here from 1740, which is a significant level, and 1710. So tomorrow with the FOMC meetings and everything, we have this previous support. We get a clean move to the left if we break out, right? Or if we break out to the upside, we got this clean move all the way up here, right over there to mirror. So you're just looking for the clean moves. These are more advanced entries that, like the one that I was paper trading over here. But we're coming up, right? Tapping this trend line multiple times. I like that that new setup that you guys are looking at. The engulfing makes a lot of sense. But like, is it like, do you want to trade in this while we're waiting for FOMC to tomorrow? It could be a quick scalp, like I was just paper trading over here, because you got the clean move to the left. Got this clean move to the left. Price closed above support right over here. This candle came down, created its bottom wick, never passed the high of that candle, which is perfect. That's what you want to look for. And then we passed the high of that candle. So once it did, you're expecting price to mirror this candle over here. These two clean candles. You would have secured at 15 pips up here, 80%, stop loss at break even, hits you at break even, you're good. Got Jaden in the house. What's up, buddy?
What up? How you doing?
Good, man. You?
Pretty good. Had a really great trading day yesterday.
I know. What, with that GJ trade?
And I sold gold from the top there.
Good shit. Wait, so gold from what, 1740? Or 1736?
Yep, around there.
Good shit. Now, what made you want to sell that?
I saw the equal highs still left there. And then
Like from over here?
out to the right. Yeah. Like, nope, to the left now. Right there. Yeah. That high and that one to the left there. Those are equal highs
Yep.
that I look for liquidity. And then it bounced off of a prior. Let me pull it up real quick. I was just looking for it to reject off of the 5-minute accumulation that happened over to the left.
What are we talking about?
Like if you go to the 5-minute
Oh, 5 minutes.
and then scroll, like go way over to the left.
Keep going.
Right there.
Mhm.
That's like the wick-out schematic I was looking at like last week, and so I just have a box around that whole consolidation area.
Yeah, right here.
I think that's where it tapped off of.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. It's a good call. Got a chat right here. Oh, on gold, James. This was a paper trade because, you know, obviously we're printing sideways on gold. So I just wanted to. I saw this level break on the 15-minute. We got a clean move to the left, clean move to the left over here. We closed above, came down, created its bottom wick, and then passed the high of that candle. So I was just taking a look at this. I was waiting on GJ because GJ looks like it could be the move for us. Looking at the 1 hour, I'm just waiting for either a resistance to form or we clear this area because this is a 1 hour zone over here. So you want price to clear this area, create support over here and then continue bullish, or come down, start creating that bearish movement over here, and then we continue down to retest this low. So we sit here and we wait. Let's do this. Let's see. So the EU is looking to lift the restrictions for lockdowns. They're going to unveil the plan by Wednesday. Shift to a tiered system, which wow, they're trying to unveil a contact tracing system. Okay, so the European Union is looking to go against, take legal action against the UK right now. It looks like when it comes to Brexit, saying that they're not sticking to some of the plans that they said. So is that what this move is from? I mean, technically, it makes sense with 152 being that significant level on the higher time frames, price coming down from it, but could this be priced in when it comes to any kind of Brexit tensions? You know the effect that Brexit has on the UK and a pair like GJ, but is that why price has been coming down and making that deeper correction? Because we've been in a full scale, just bullish trend on GJ for quite some time. Jaden has shaved the stash. Time to go.
Sometimes I just forget that it's there. I know it's gross.
Nah, I don't give a fuck. Do you, kid? Oh yeah, we had that correction on Bitcoin.
Yeah, something to do with. Did you end up getting out of Capital Hungry after that?
Yeah.
I still get the news alerts from it.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah. And he was saying something about India banning crypto as the reason for the big dip.
It could be. I mean, you got 1 billion people that, it's the second largest population in the world. So, but like, why are they banning Bitcoin? Doesn't make any sense. Just don't want their people to make money.
No, they don't. I'm pretty sure the gap between rich and poor is pretty huge.
In India?
Hmm.
Probably.
You saw that corporate tax is gonna go up now?
Oh yeah. What, in the US?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Genius. They're doing a good job in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 2 areas of speculative. My legs are so sore. Oh.
You did legs yesterday?
No, I've just been actually I did do legs yesterday. I was doing I did like a full body workout yesterday. And I was doing like hip thrusts, I was doing lunges with dumbbells, squats with dumbbells, deadlifts with dumbbells, and then I went right into like an upper body workout. That's probably why my legs are so sore. But I've also been like in the morning when I do my deck of cards, implementing a squat routine for the diamond, the red diamond cards. Anyone else been doing that deck? Just doing your own workouts? Guess not.
I do my own workouts.
Yeah, you've been deadlifting. It's heavy. Love it. Good
Dying.
shit,
My
man.
back's super sore right now. Nah.
I bet. Your key is like looking up. When you're coming up, just look up as much as you can. It'll get that lower back art, so it's not art in the right direction, not the other way. But yeah, deadlifting could fuck it if you're not doing it right.
When I start deadlifting, bro,
What was
I
that?
get like pale. I get dizzy and shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, bro.
dude, my
Every
roommate
time
in
I do legs,
college.
I get white. My sugar goes down.
Shit,
Yeah, I have to like drink a Gatorade or eat an
electrolytes.
Oreo. But I kill it, bro. I don't stop. I do like high intensity workout.
Good shit. The CrossFit stuff.
Sort of, but not the CrossFit movement. I don't like those movements, like the hang snatch and all that.
Oh yeah,
I'm scared I'm gonna pop out my shoulder or something.
yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah, bro, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I had a roommate in college. We both played college football, but he loved deadlifting, and he would come back to the dorm, and his shins would be just all
Scraped up.
bloodied up. like you don't have to do that.
But that means he has perfect form.
Exactly, I know.
What position did you play?
In college, I was a strong safety. In high school, I was a running back and outside backer.
That looks like more your body type.
Yeah, what, running back?
Yeah, more linebacker.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you like to read the defense, huh?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
The quarterback of the defense back in college. I miss the shit out of football, man.
Football's
Me
fun.
too.
You play, Jaden?
Yeah.
It's awesome. What would you play? I could see you as a safety or a corner.
I was a receiver.
Nice.
My quarterback in high school is in the NFL right now.
Good call, James. Your quarterback in high school?
Yeah, Brett Rippon.
Who is he?
Brett Rippon.
And he's playing where?
For the Broncos.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
4 years. Yeah.
That's awesome.
He was playing when Drew Lock was injured.
What was that?
And he was taking over when Drew Lock got injured.
Yeah.
That's awesome. He was throwing you dimes.
Dude, I have records in the city because of him, because he just hits me right in the chest every single time.
That's awesome. Yeah, James, that's a great call on 250.
That's like a QP level.
Even 200 over here.
Yeah, when I back test it, a lot of times it reacts off.
It's a good call, man. Yeah, like I said, this zone over here on the 30-minute, the 1 hour, anything in here, I want to kind of stay away from. I want to wait for price to be out of here or out of here over here for buys. Possible area appear to retest. So we'll see what we get.
How come you don't play football now? Like just just with a bunch of friends or whatever.
How come I don't?
Yeah, do you know, like in the movies, there's always like, let's say in like communities, there's always these football teams that
Yeah.
do for
When I was done in college, we played in a flag league, but it was like an intense flag league. Like these dudes were going nuts. But we played in that. We actually won the league, the championship for it. But when I was done playing football, I went right into mixed martial arts because of my high school background of wrestling. So I needed something to compete in. I was going to the gym. I was done with football. So going to the gym felt like for no reason. I needed to compete with somebody in something. And I was like, why don't I just try this out? UFC was getting big. Conor McGregor was coming out. This is back in like 2015, 16, when he was like huge. And it was like, I got this wrestling background. I want to try it. We had a fight club back in high school too. So it was just like something I wanted to do. So I was overworking myself so much that I would go to practice in the morning. I would go to class. Then I would go right back to the gym to work out. Then I would go to class again. And then after that, I'd have jiu-jitsu practice at 4:00. And then right after that, I'd stay after to box and spar and do all that stuff. And I just overworked my body. Then I would run at home on pavement, and I ended up breaking my leg. I had a bad shin splint, not shin splint, but a stress fracture in my shin. That kind of put me out, and that kind of put my whole, like, it put a pause on that, just from the simple fact of like, is this something that I want to do? Do I want to spar? Do I want to take punches to the face all the time and stuff like that? For the long-term effects of that, it's not good. So I just, right after I broke my leg, I was trying to recover from it. And then, by that time I was graduating from college anyway. And that was a big gym up there. It was a very well-known gym. I used to spar with UFC fighters, Kate Kukajian. She's one of the, I think she's one or two. It's this is her Instagram now. I never could pronounce her. Yeah, this is her. So I used to like spar with her and shit. She's Kukajian. There you go. David Branch.
She's scary, is it, when she gets in the zone?
I held my own when it came to jiu-jitsu with her, but when we were standing up, it's just very tactical.
Yeah.
This is David Branch too. I used to spar with him a little bit. That dude's a scary man. So it looks like we're pushing up through this zone over here. So I'm going to wait for a support to form. We could get our move up here. EJ right back into this range.
Yeah, I think on GJ, I'd love to see a support form around 151, 150 before 9:30. I don't think we'll get that, but I'd love to see that.
151, 140?
Well, yeah, 140, 150.
I see what
just
you're talking
come
about.
back down, retest that previous high, and then keep going up.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
But I don't think we get that.
This is just a very significant zone to me. It almost feels like a no trade range. But if we get that support right over here, could be coming up. That's why you have multiple plans. Gold came right back down. That's why you secure.
I'm looking at sales on gold at the moment. Sales below 1731.
You're in?
Look for. Yeah, no, I'm gonna look for a sell if it comes around, but it's like 10 pips away right now. But if we break and close below 1731, and then form a resistance, I'll take a sell.
1731.
Yeah, on the 15-minute is it forms support. There, so close below it. Clean move to mirror to the left side.
Oh yeah, I thought you meant you were gonna take something in here, but
no,
yeah,
definitely not.
Yeah, I was. Once remember when we first hopped on here, we were saying, either we get a nice move over here, we close above resistance, up, or if we get that close below support, and this is looking like a fake out, so it could come right back down. Just keep in mind, we're printing sideways on gold. We're waiting for FOMC for tomorrow.
Yeah.
But this could be a nice liquidity grab coming right back down into support. Wow, look at that. Let's check out. Oh, we got core retail sales coming out too.
Yeah, so that should be a good one.
A lot of USD stuff. A lot of yellow folders, but nevertheless.
Damn, gold just shifted like 35 pips, 40 pips.
Why this week's Fed meeting could be the March Madness for the markets? Yeah, it's looking like a fake out. Jaden, any more crypto news?
I haven't really been paying too much attention. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I felt like I was spending too much time watching it, and I know I believe in it, so I'm just like, I'm just gonna be holding it. I don't know why I need to like look at it as if I'm day trading it.
Yeah. I mean, you're getting your entries, right? Just by looking at it.
Yeah, I definitely do technical analysis if I'm gonna put money into it. I I like to get nice entries.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And what do you take them on, like the 4 hour?
Yeah, 4 hour. I would say a lot of the cryptos 4 hour support and resistance are pretty strong.
Mm. Yeah, 100%. I think any pair 4 hours like perfect.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're getting this rejection on GJ. We got the close. This 30-minute candle closed bearish. It flipped bearish at the last second. So we could be creating a top wick right up here and then continuing down if we pass the low of this candle over here. But we're just going to wait and see what happens. The 15-minute candle close with no bottom wick. So now if we get a bullish close above this area, or maybe, yeah, like a bullish close right here, and then a candle passing the high of it, that'll be a good indication that we're going to continue up and mirror these candles over here to the left. But we could just be creating this top wick up here to continue bearish. So it's 8 o'clock right now, New York Open. Let me just get my shit ready. Oh, wow. End up using dynamic risk, entering multiple positions. So I'm going to wait for another 15-minute candle to close bearish. We could be heading down. Someone entered.
I was just adjusting my stop loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got into this order for the sells for GJ.
Into GJ?
Yeah.
Got it.
Bro, I like that setup.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm paying attention to the 1 hour right here. This is like a perfect 1 hour setup. 30-minute and 15-minute get a little hairy. So that's why I want to wait for this candle to be a little bit more bearish. It did create a lower high over here, but like you just want to wait for more confirmations for this thing to come down because we are ultimately bullish on GJ. So taking any kind of sells, you just want to wait for smart confirmations.
Yeah.
Take this down. What ended up happening with gold?
Ranging.
Came straight back up. It's at like 1732 now. So it didn't close below the zone.
That's what happens when it's
seems like it's forming like a mini head and shoulders, but like we'll see what happens. Again, I'm pretty happy to sit on the hands here, doing nothing.
Yeah, it's a good feeling, right?
Yeah, it's pretty fresh. Like it's just not getting like overworked or too excited. Like when you back test something, like the way me and Giovanni been, you know that when the setup comes up that you're gonna execute because it's a high probability setup, and there's no point in trying to take a trade outside of that trading strategy that you have because there's no point. Like so,
just live back test it.
Exactly.
And that's what so many people do. Like we were talking about before, so many people just end up jumping into those trades the first time that they see the setup instead of just waiting.
Yeah, it's just impatience, like, and then it's just like when you start having a few wins, you're always like, every time you win or you lose, you're like, why did I have such a big lot size? I should have had a bigger lot size when you win, like, and that's what it leads to, and that's just the wrong mentality to have. Is like when you're winning, you should nearly decrease your lot size because you should be managing your risk, like so.
Yeah, you just want a consistent percentage that you're risking every single trade, and then eventually you start to get confident, you start to get consistent, but you want to do it in a smart manner of increasing lot size.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for the. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, but even with like increasing lot size, it's not a case where you're like the setup comes up and you're like literally quadrupling your risk percentage just because you like the setup, like, or just because you think it's your setup. Like, you still have to manage risk.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm kind of waiting for, as I was saying before, for price to leave this area, right, to the downside. So instead of taking a sell right now, I'm just waiting for price to maybe close out of here, and we get more confirmations that we're going to be coming bearish.
Check out the 15-minute. I made it engulfing.
Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for this 15-minute to close, and then I'll enter. Or I'll maybe enter right before it closes, around like 8:13. You start to get some volume.
Mm-hmm. I woke up starving today, man.
I know, dude. I always starve during these live streams. I don't
So
know
hungry.
maybe it's the talking. I don't know. I'm always so hungry. I already had a protein shake, but obviously that doesn't do you too well.
Yeah, I'm eating eggs right now already. I'm super hungry.
Okay.
I want a bowl of pasta.
What's the 16th?
Yeah, tomorrow St. Patrick's Day, man.
Yes.
Oh, what? You're right.
Mhm.
It's Nathan and James time.
Yes, sir.
You guys getting hammered?
And
Nope.
a drink.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You got your 75 going hard, huh?
Yes, sir.
Be
I love
definitely
it.
hard after 10 points.
Yeah, if you definitely 75 hard after 10
Yeah, so I have this from the History Channel. It's like this day in history. I put this on my story the other day, but March 4th was the first case of the Spanish flu that was reported back in 1918. That's nuts because COVID was just starting to come around the corner at that point too.
Yeah. Oh, it's mad.
It's nuts, man. I have a bunch of these that flipped over. The 15-minute candle closed with no bottom wick. And like if we don't get our move or our setup, like something like what happened yesterday, where the move on GJ happened much later, I'm gonna just keep you guys updated with what I'm doing. If I'm taking that, Christian brought up a good point. Like as soon as the stream is done, sometimes a lot of moves happen. So we just got to stay in contact with what we're doing. If anybody does trade, once we're done live streaming around 9. So we'll just obviously stay more in contact on in the chat and go from there. Oh shit. Tiger Woods is partnering with 2K just to start a new Tiger Woods game. All right, so right over here, I'm just gonna enter.
I have a paper
position. Just 0.5% right here.
Let's go, GG.
And then we'll wait for the 15 minutes to close till we enter another one.
It looks nice though with the rejection wick.
It does. Like I said, I just wanted price to clear this level over here. Clear this range, right?
It's gonna be a nice trade, guys.
I'm feeling it too.
Feel it.
Wait for the 15 minutes to create a bottom wick. Anybody else in this?
I'm gonna paper trade this one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm personally waiting for that 1 hour to close.
Yeah,
just to see what happens.
smart. And if you miss it, you miss it, right?
Too eager.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started trading with my trading view like I do the Soft4fx. You know, with the 4 time frames in front of you.
Yep.
And it seems a lot easier just to spot things. You know, like it makes you wait because you look at the 1 hour to the 30 to the 15.
Oh yeah.
I think just the patience when you can see them all at once, just to help you when you trade.
Absolutely. Yeah, you like that thing, huh?
Yeah, it's way easier like when you have the 4 up in front of you instead of clicking.
Exactly. Dude, if we get a pass to the low, the 1 hour, created a lower high. These are the setups you wait for. Oh, we got a chat. No. I mean, Christian, nice, man.
How'd you find COVID testing yesterday?
How did I find it?
Yeah.
Or you saying like my results?
No, like was that your first time getting it, or?
No, I gotten plenty of COVID tests, but it's funny. James was on the call with me at the time.
Yeah, it looks quite uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's not fun at all. So I just entered another one, 15-minute closed. We'll see what happens. This is good right here because we're waiting for this 15-minute to create its top wick. These two 15-minute candles created their top wicks as well. Pretty much the same size. So if this thing flips bearish, it's basically the same size of the other 15-minute top wicks. Now, if we start getting into this area over here, I'm just going to close 50.
GJ buy, Stefanos?
No, sells. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
Yeah, I'm thinking the 15-minute is creating its top wick over here, and then we could get that drop in the second half of the 15-minute. If we pass the low of the 1 hour, which I don't like how it's rejecting like this, but if we get it past to this low, we should be heading down. We're waiting for this for 2 hours now.
Any good news today?
Fundamentals?
Yeah.
A couple things going on with the EU with vaccine rollout, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And now I'm feeling a little uncomfortable, so we could be forming a support here on the 15-minute. I'm just going to close. Let's check out the lower time frames. Yeah, I'm going to close one of these positions. And then we can always re-enter if price past the low of this candle. I feel like it's going to have some issues in this area over here.
I've noticed it's pretty hard to take sells when like the 4 hour and 1 hour is against your bias.
Yeah.
The daily is with it, but I don't know. I seem to have a low success rate when I try to take a sell and the 4 hours bullish.
Yeah. Just you see like the 152 level, price breaking out of the channel over here. Perfect bearish candles over here, starting to come down. Maybe are we correcting these moves down here? 4 hour comes up. This is a weak bullish candle kind of, and maybe we start to head down to retest that level? Or is this just a rejection and continue up? So we'll see. Chance I'm willing to take. Thing is, the smarter entry would have been waiting for the 1 hour to break the low over here. Now what I'm going to do, if the 15-minute candle passes the high of this candle right here, I'm just going to close the full thing. I already closed 50% of the position, but I'll be fine closing the full thing right over here. If we finally get that drop on the 1 hour, then I'll re-enter. That'll be my second entry, but right now we need to wait for candles to break the lows of these candles over here.
A bumpy ride on GJ.
What's up?
A little bumpy ride on GJ.
Yeah. Man, I am starving.
Yeah, if it comes back to the 250 area again, I'll close my paper trader.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm closing this right now. Sticking to my rules. Passes the high of the 15-minute. Guess it was just respecting this 15-minute resistance over here.
So I just threw a chart in there. I've been kind of watching this reversal structure for a couple of years now, and just something that I think is interesting. Once price creates that higher low, in the 4 hours creating support, and then once we get that higher high, breaking the lower highs in the downtrend. And once we form that support, it's usually starts to head back up. It's like a reverse head and shoulders type thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I know it's against our current bias, but it's that whole reverse head and shoulders is interesting.
Yeah, 100%. That makes sense.
I like how you use the line graph.
Yeah, it's just for structure. Sometimes the candlesticks, I lose my focus on structure and really just like go off price action. And sometimes the confluence of both of those helps me see the patterns a lot more.
Makes sense, actually.
All right. So let's reevaluate this trade and see what we could have done better, what we could have paid attention to. For one, what James said. Closed 50%. So yeah, in an area like this, we should have waited for a little bit more confluence. It looked like it was coming down. We got that rejection over here. Only thing is, notice this wick there, this candle right here closed with no bottom wick. So there's not much momentum for price to continue down. You have this area right over here. The price is now forming a support on. So any kind of sells is going to be below this area. Right? If price comes back into this area right over here, then you can get sells. But for now, you got buys pushing in to correct this level over here. Got support forming. If you get a pass to the high of this candle or this candle up here, could continue bullish right up into this area as well. It's disappointing, but what are you going to do? That's trading. You manage risk. Live to fight another day. You're fine.
If it was easy, everybody'd be doing it.
Yeah, man. I do like this rejection wick right here. On the 30-minute. Tap this area. Where's Nathan?
Right here.
What's up, buddy?
All good, brother. Just chilling out, relaxing.
Yo, you see this? You see this wick that we were talking about
Yeah.
with the bearish close, but the top wick like that?
Fill the wick.
Yeah. So, guys, what I've been noticing with GJ for quite a while now is when you get a wick like this is a rejection over here. But when you get a wick like that in an uptrend, this candle ends up becoming like a support. You kind of get the retest over here, and then this wick normally gets filled. It's normally in a range with GJ, but I've been seeing that more and more, where this candle comes all the way up and then it closes a weak bearish candle. The next one ends up being bullish, filling that wick and continuing up. Has anyone else noticed that before?
Yeah. There's like, I think on the 15, what's the 15-minute like on GJ there?
15-minute. Right here.
Yeah, see, it's just if that the bearish candle with the top wick beside that bullish candle, it doesn't fully engulf it. It needs to have a bigger bottom wick because it doesn't cover the full move.
Yep.
So if it had covered the full move, then potentially it would have been that's a pretty solid indication based on what I've been looking at that its price is going bearish. So you need the tops and bottom wicks all covered by the bearish candle or bullish candle to use the engulfing pattern from what I was saying anyways.
Absolutely.
Based on those wick rejections, you think it's moving bearish, ideally?
Wick rejections what on the 30-minute?
Those last three wicks. On the last three 15-minute candles.
Yeah, the 15-minute. Right over here?
Yeah, those last three wicks.
It could be, but now that we're looking at it, we had two plans. So we're in this range over here, which is tricky. You want to exit this range, and it looked like we were over here. Now, a smarter play would have been waiting for a price to close below this area, right? But instead, it closed above it. And this is a previous resistance over here. So we should have been a little bit more patient with this. I was expecting the drop around E15 with that New York volume, but it looks like we're forming support over here, respecting that support, and we could be continuing up. So any kind of exit around this area could have some safe buys coming up. Unless we get this support over here, we consolidate a little bit, and we get a pass to the low of these candles over here and a close below this area. Want to wait for price to close below that area to then head down to this area over here, and then right down at 150, 850 to retest that low.
Right.
It's closed a strong bullish candle in the 15-minute time frame. Let's see what it does. Now, again, I'm waiting for the close below this area.
Is it news right now for the dollar?
I don't think that came out. Actually, now that you say that,
I think it did. Am I wrong?
yeah, it came out. Retail sales were worse than expected. Core retail
There
sales.
goes gold.
Where's it gone?
I was wicking all over the place here.
Yeah, it's nasty to trade in.
I'd have mentioned a buy.
What? What'd you say?
Quick buy.
I was just saying I'm going to enter a buy.
Oh, yeah. I hope nobody took this impulsive entry.
Look how fast it moves. You see that?
Passing the low.
Yeah,
Right?
it's good.
Look at that. Boom.
Mad.
Up, down.
It's like a yo-yo.
Yeah. Man.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
In and out like a bank robbery.
Yeah.
Now it's going down.
Now it's going down. Should have taken a sell.
Man. Good old gold.
Good old gold. You just have to love when gold does this. I wouldn't want to be in it, but I absolutely love when it does it. It's fun to see.
Exhilarating.
So I put a buy-in on GJ here with 0.5% risk.
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
As the 30-minute passed the high with stops under the previous 30-minute. Hoping the end of this 4-hour candle pushes up a little more, but we'll just have to. This is kind of a sticky area.
Yeah, it's that area right there, and I mean, James, this is your first trade, so that's good that it's an impulse entry. Now, for me, I'm not going to take that impulse entry because this would be my second trade, so I'm just sticking by discipline. I'm going to wait for candles to close out of this area over here before we take any kind of buys. Because this candle passed the low the previous two, and it passed the high, so we could get some ranging in here until we get a close below this area or a close above. I'm just going to move this right over here.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe wait for a close above 151, 200 or 220.
Exactly. That'll be the smart move.
Yeah, maybe I just close half while we're at entry or 3 pips just to manage risk a little bit. Because you're right, we could range on the 15-minute for the rest of the day or until we get another volume push.
Good job closing early when you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, we'll just do that.
Dude, that's a skill that you guys want to be building too. And a lot of people get so excited or excited or maybe hysterical in a bad way, where they take a loss, right? And it's not bad taking a loss. You're gaining experience. You're seeing different things that you haven't maybe seen before, and you're catching different things. But when you're managing risk and you manage risk the right way, then that's a win in a way because you're building that skill too. And you want to be able to manage risk and keep your discipline every single day and build that discipline as well. So that eventually when you're making good money and you're flipping bigger accounts, I don't like to use the word flipping accounts, but when you're really growing your account and compounding it to a much bigger level, you're able to manage risk. You're able to cut whatever you got to cut as quickly as you can, according to your rules, not prematurely, because it's okay to be in some drawdown. You got to expect that. It's not always going to be peaches and cream when you're fucking entering a trade and then it just shoots 20 pips in your direction. It doesn't happen like that all the time. But you guys got to embrace what you're going through right now when it comes to either taking losses. Just make sure that the losses on your setups that are in your plan and you're managing risk. GJ's playing with some people's emotions right now.
Yeah. Motherfucking GJ.
Boy.
I like a little gold setup here with this news after coming out close below 1731. Form that top wick and say hello.
Look at EJ, how it just tanked. We were looking at this, right, Nathan?
Yeah.
How price was coming.
Was that based on news too?
No. Actually, yeah, it could be.
It was just Euro news this morning, but
yeah,
and yen news as well.
It was bad news for the euro.
Yeah, vaccine rollouts. They're having some issues with AstraZeneca.
Right.
I entered in on that.
What's up?
Jaden got in on that.
I lost on that. Yeah.
On the EJ?
Yeah.
Ah, gotcha. What? Because of that setup you saw right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Only thing is this area right here is a little tricky. You might want to wait for 13500 price to clear that area to continue bullish. There was only 14 pips in this range. I like this setup before this happened. I like this setup where price retested, closed bullish. It's just one of those. It's just one of those setups. But again, it's a smaller range, and you got a rejection area right over here at 13400 previously.
I closed my GJ trade. Well, 80% of my GJ trade, like 2.5 pips, 3 pips in drawdown. Just gonna let the rest one just be done for the day after that. See how it plays out.
Discipline, baby.
I mean, if retail sales were worse than expected for the dollar than for the yen, that should be bullish, right? Is that an accurate statement?
The thing is, like, when it comes to the yen, when it comes to the dollar, the Swiss franc, these are all safe haven pairs, and consistently, price has been moving into risk-on currencies. They've been moving into them for the past couple months. Just because the global economy is starting to come back, we're getting vaccine rollouts, stuff like that. So if you look at like GJ right now on the daily, right over here, it's been consistently, or even the weekly, consistently just moving up. GBP USD looks very similar, right? It's the weekly. Let's see. AUD, JPY, consistently moving up. So price has been coming out of the safe haven currencies and into the risk currencies where they can now be pushing up. Let's get back to GJ real quick. I want to see what we're doing. So on the 30-minute with GJ, it never passed the low of the previous 30-minute. And it passed the high of this one. 15-minute looks hairy. But you want to wait for that close above this area for you to take GJ up.
Yeah, I mean, my main confluences for the reason I took that trade was because the wick respected the previous one, like you just said.
Yeah.
I've kind of seen it's not exactly how I like to see it, but when that 30-minute closed a stronger bullish than the previous 30-minute bearish rejection close. Mm-hmm. I've seen that on the 4-hour lot, like especially a couple weeks ago. I had 2 good trades on it, and hopefully these wicks are just grabbing liquidity to maybe keep on heading up here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking with this wick too. But we got to wait for that close above.
Yeah, agreed. I got a little jumpy when that 30-minute passed the high.
It's all good. You learn from it. I mean, I got jumpy with the sells. I should have been paying attention to the 15-minute over here. I'm just paying attention to the 1 hour, how the 1 hour was starting to come down. 30-minute had this rejection right over here, past the low of the previous 30-minute. The 15-minute was creating its top wick, was totally fine, but it ended up doing what it did right here, closing bullish. But I should have seen this on the 30-minute, waited for the close below this area. So just keep note of that. Go back and watch this replay today. I'm going to put it back on YouTube so that you guys can rewatch it. Watch it on time and a half. So ×2 of playback speed, so that you get through these a lot quicker. Could take notes, pause it if you need to. But this is us watching film. That's how you get better. Seeing the way we were talking about price. Okay, we made an error there where we should have waited for candles to close below that area. You're going to jot that down in your trading AAR. And you're going to know that for the next time with GJ, wait for candles to close below areas. Pay attention to all time frames. Do your quick run through of all the other time frames before you enter the trades. To me, I mean, after we broke this channel that we've been in for so long, we've been in this bullish channel since the beginning of March. So all month we've been respecting this channel. Even if you look at the 1 hour, it looks a little bit better. So the 1 hour, it's just been pushing up through this channel. Yesterday, 10 a.m., 11 a.m., we pushed through and closed below. So if you look at the 4 hour, we ended up creating this bottom wick to fill on the 4 hour and then closing below that channel. So here we did a perfect retest of 151.670. And as candles were coming down on the 4 hour, that's that trade I back tested. Actually, I didn't put it. Yeah, here it is. So I didn't take this trade overnight, but this is where you could have entered and left this in. I would have secured 80% at 45 pips at 5 a.m. and that would have been your overnight trade. But with this, I saw price coming up, retesting this area, tapping it, and then continuing bearish. Wow, look what's going on here.
Yeah, I closed another 90% at 151.60. 151.160, excuse me.
So close the
8 or 9 pips. No, another 90%. I'll let the other portion hit my stop loss just for repetition purposes. Oh, GJ.
Tricky one. I think Christian, I don't know if he's still working or if you could hear me. $61.8. Good call, Giovanni. Dude, I love these charts. When you and Jaden send these, they're so clear when I zoom in.
Thank you.
I don't know why, but yeah, obviously I love the draw up too. So 61.8 makes sense. Wait for that close below this area. Could be taking that down. But I think if Christian took that GJ trade, that was his first loss since being in the group.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a loss, man. It's gonna be a nice win.
Oh, he's still in? You think it's still a buy? Oh, wait. He's in the cells.
Yeah, I'm
right.
I'm still holding the cells too.
Okay. Yeah, I'm waiting for. I'm definitely going to be entering again, but we need a close below this area. It's also a previous resistance on the 30-minute.
I just put what I was willing to lose above that high, and it's never got close, but it never hit it.
Yeah. You didn't manage risk at all?
Nope.
Only thing that concerns me over here is obviously this range, but price passed the high of this wick over here and never passed the low of this wick over here. So it created a higher high and a higher low in the 30-minute. Is it going to respect this level to continue bullish? All right, we got the 15-minute close back in the range. Okay, hiccups.
Looks like it's going to set up for a nice breakout trade, though.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, like I actually love seeing a range because you know eventually there's going to be one nice trade there.
Oh, man. Never did this.
How was Miami, Jaden?
It was really fun, bro.
Beautiful weather, huh?
Yeah, it was so nice.
Nice. Everything's opened up pretty good?
Yeah, for the most part.
Cool, man.
I think spring's starting to come around here too, so it's a little nice now. I just painted my first exterior this week.
Oh yeah.
I love how many people I've inspired to work out now in the mornings when they wake up on Instagram. So many people reach out about that.
Oh yeah.
It's so important. As I cough. Son of a bitch.
My dad has your same exact cough, Stephanos.
Really?
He's doesn't think COVID's a hoax, but doesn't think that it'd affect him. So he's being quite stubborn with it.
Is it? Yeah, that's honestly how I'm being. That's why I got tested. And I am just like, you know what? Might as well. Because like I said, it happened right after my workout, and I have sports-induced asthma. And after that, I just started coughing, and it never went away. And I have like cold-like symptoms. So I don't know. It went from me being like, all right, maybe I just overworked myself, no sleep. And that run just really affected me. Those sprints, I was dying, like breathing. Not that I couldn't breathe. It was just like I was out of breath. And then after that, just been coughing ever since. Hey, Christian, I hope I didn't jinx you. Yeah, that's awesome. Hasn't lost a trade since he's been in here. Got his discipline in order.
That's sick.
I love that. Problem is when you get into that zone where, like, you haven't lost, you start holding back from a lot of good setups that you would be taking, just because you don't want to take that loss. So it's almost like the Patriots back in 2007 when they went undefeated. They all said that, like, they didn't go undefeated, but they all said it was tough going into the playoffs, not having one loss and being so afraid to lose. That's kind of what happened in the Super Bowl against the Giants. Same thing with the Panthers against the Broncos.
Was that the Super Bowl they had Hernandez in?
2007 with the Patriots. No, I think Hernandez was 2011.
Dude, that was, you guys remember all that shit? That was crazy.
Dude,
That was nuts, man. That was
That guy was that shit crazy.
Dude, do you remember his touchdown dance with the safe? He was like digging. It was crazy. Unlocked the safe, like put the digits in, unlocked the safe, took the money out, and he was just like, that was pretty crazy. But like looking back on that now, like just the way he used to be, it's weird. It's a good Netflix documentary
that
on
was
that.
wild. Yeah.
Let's see what the other time frames look like. Wait a minute. Keep rejecting this area. All right.
No, I was looking at Instagram there. I see Roger. He took a buy on an 8 lot, but he only lost $17. How did he manage to lose that little on an 8 lot?
See, that's what I'm talking about. It's a skill that you need to build. I don't know. He does it very well, and he's gotten very good at it when it comes to managing risk. And that's what I've been working on. Like I have my set rules, and I stick to them. You know, I don't hesitate closing. If price passes the previous 15-minute in the opposite direction, closing 50% right away. If it closes bullish on the 15, if I'm going to sell, closes bullish on the 15-minute, closing 50% right away. Sometimes, like then you start getting into the arena of the intuition where you just feel uncomfortable. You're like, this is maybe not a good trade. Like we could have probably exited this a little bit earlier, but I just thought the 15-minute was creating its top wick to continue down. Then when I was saying it's coming up to a certain area, it didn't close 50. It didn't close bullish on the 15-minute yet, and it didn't pass the high of the previous 15-minute. It was just getting into that area where it's like this is a little bit too big of a wick for price to continue down. So that's why I closed 50 over there. That's just intuition and knowing your pair. And then, you know, once we passed the high of the previous 15-minute over here, I said, all right, this is an area over here we need to be aware of. We're creating support. I'm just going to close 50 right here. Or I'm going to close the full thing right there after already closing 50.
Giovanni, where's your stop loss?
151, 374.
Yeah, I think Raja does a really good job of closing portions at entry. It's where it's a kind of a net zero gain loss.
Where he closes at entry?
Mm-hmm. Like when it comes back down to entry, or he does a good job at closing that entry and not letting it go too far into drawdown.
Yeah, he has a lot of hold on. He has a lot of like those small wins that are like $100, $150 wins, and those are the ones that like are in profit and then come right back to entry after being in profit like 5-6 pips. Those are some of the things that I study, and I always do that too. Like if I'm 5 or 6 pips in profit and it comes back to entry, just close 50%.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like 7 pips in profit and then it comes right back and snaps back. I hope nobody's trying to enter any buys right now, but I'm waiting for the close above this area. Put our stop loss somewhere down here in the middle of the range. We could take this back up, especially based on the 30-minute. Yeah, 151, 222 is a very significant level over here. Wait for the close. So I'm constantly trying to get this down. Like yesterday when I took that loss on GJ, I lost minus 0.68 pips. This time I lost 0.67%. I didn't mean pips, percent. You just want to take those losses as low as you can. I'm wondering if this is that retest where we just continue bullish to retest 152 and then continue up. This is that low. And if it is, and we get these buys over here, and we just hold a runner, this could be that longer move that we been talking about. Like how the 30-minute created a higher low over here, passing the high of this candle over here. Just waiting for the 15-minute, 9 o'clock.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna roll out.
All right, James.
Rest of their day.
Peace, peace.
Okay.
See you later, buddy.
See you, fellas.
I was just muted. My bad. So I entered one as soon as the candle closed. We might be able to get a bottom wick over here formed. Centered another as well. Let's get a push up, huh?
All right, I'm gonna enter too.
Cool.
Come on, GJ.
This is my second trade, second attempt.
Easy, man. We've been waiting for this move the whole morning.
I know. I
I've
know.
been,
And Giovanni?
I've been in the same trade for an hour and a
That's
half.
right. That's right.
You've been in buys
Sells. I'm still in sell.
and you're still holding it?
Yeah.
So we're fighting against each other right
We're
now.
all betting against each other.
Nah, man, I just see it's respecting the golden zone on fibs.
Oh.
And then it broke the trend already on the 4 hour.
Yeah.
It's on a downtrend now. It broke my trend line, my 4 hour trend line. Retested it the 15th of March and just continue down.
I'm
gonna close half.
Yeah. I'm taking been taking a beating on gold on GJ.
Yeah, I'm gonna close full.
Part of the game. What I think is happening is the 4 hours creating its bottom wick potentially. It's a shame. Man.
I placed another position. So
nice.
Back in sales?
Yeah. Yeah, because I was closing 50%.
So what I could have done, I should have closed another 50 right over here.
Are you out of it, Stefanos?
I like it, Gio. What's up? Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in Brooklyn when I get back. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, Gio. Wow.
DJ loves to fake out all the time.
It's that area right over here I was talking about. Wow, look at that.
I'm gonna take profits. My first TP is gonna be like 151.38.
51.
151.038.
Nice. Yeah, we're coming down.
Let's go, baby.
Where did you enter?
I entered at 151.170.
So, thanks.
Passing the 50% on my fibs.
Good shit, bro.
Thank you.
Nice little sell there, Giovanni.
Thank you. Thank you.
Probably too late to hop in now.
No, if this is your second trade, this is a good entry right here.
Yeah.
And the live back test is. It should work out.
Hopping in. Screw it.
This is what we were waiting for in the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm starting to learn my lesson with pre-New York. It's brutal.
You use fibs a lot, Giovanni.
Yeah, I like using them. As influence.
Yeah.
All I use now is support resistance, trend lines, and fibs.
Mm-hmm.
I look for order blocks within the fib zones. Gives me an idea of when it's going to be a deeper retracement.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I like this setup. Yeah, I guess we just wanted to tap this area one more time before we headed down. See you later, buddy. Gio, have a great day. All right, man.
Later, Gio. Damn, gold is ugly today.
Oh, yeah. It's waiting for FOMC, I'm telling you.
Where's Nathan at? Is he here?
I don't know. I think he had to hop off. He had to work. Dude, I love when people have these like stupid names on Instagram, like Scarface FX. Like, what's your name? All right, guys, I gotta make some breakfast and actually head out soon. So, wish you guys luck on this trade. It's a great setup. This is what we were waiting for this morning. The exact setup we were pointing at this morning and looking for. Obviously, I guess I just wanted to retap into this zone one more time before it started heading down past the low of the previous 1 hour. Made a lower high. This looks nice. I don't want to jinx anything right now, but it is looking nice. So good luck, guys. I'll talk to you guys in the chat. You guys keep me updated on this too. We'll be going back and forth in the New York session. So, all right.
Thanks, buddy.
Have a great day, all right?
All right, man.
Likewise, man.
Yes.
Take care.
Everyone.